party yaddy. I turn up the party yaddy. I turn up the party yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Gotti. I turn up the
Welcome
party
to
yaddy.
Let's Get Chatty with Jayda and Marchanne on Intellectual Radio. This is where you enter a no judgment zone and just talk it out with your girls, Jayda and Marchanne. I'm Jayda.
And I am Marchanne, better known as the Super Fit Queen, also known as the Motivator Extraordinaire. How y'all doing today? How you doing today, Jayda?
I am doing well, enjoying the weather.
Absolutely. We loving it. We loving it. I'm
Yes.
feeling like the beach already.
Oh my gosh, I'm not quite there yet.
That sunshine
But
just do it for you. That sunshine make you feel like
the sun makes all the difference.
it does.
So I'm super excited about that.
Yes.
We are going to get chatty today. We have some wonderful things in store for you all. We have been working out this content and just working with one another. It's very interesting to come up with things to discuss, but we have some good stuff for you today. So, we have entered the month of March, and this is the month where we experience daylight savings time and the first day of spring. Are we not excited?
I'm super excited about spring.
I just don't want it to snow anymore.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna get another one because it's
You
gonna be
think we
cold. I
gon-
think later this week.
But does that mean snow is coming?
We had it last
I,
year.
I can take cold. I
We
just
had
don't want
snow
any
last
more
year in
snow.
May, didn't we?
Not
we
in
had it-
May.
I think April maybe.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, somewhere around. I know it
Yeah.
was spring already, and we had snow.
March or April. Yeah.
I don't want no snow.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Let's get into our sponsors. Today's show is being brought to you by
Super Fit Health and Wellness, where we help you make fitness a lifestyle.
JTJ Life Coaching Services. You reach out when you are ready for a positive change in your life.
Beef. Oh my goodness. Be Fresh Exquisite Trends, where we can find all the hottest trends in fashion and accessories.
And Phenomenal Black Woman Incorporated, the organization that helps you smile, support, motivate, inspire, love, and encourage. Please connect with us if you have or know of a business that would like to sponsor our show. We are going to get into our days. As you know, those of you that have been watching, those of you that take time out on your Sunday early evenings to hang out with Marchanne and myself, you have learned that every day is a day.
Every day is a day.
Every day is a day. And there are multiple things happening during the day or on the day. So we like to bring or point out some of those things as we start the show. Today is World Hearing Day. And it does have to do with your hearing, but it's an annual event or an annual day that brings everyone around the world together to learn more about hearing loss. And it's also an ideal day for creating more awareness about early detection of ear problems and the treatment of hearing impairments. So I remember as a child, I was just always fascinated with sign language and people who were dealing with the loss of their hearing or not being able to hear. That was just always fascinating to me. And I was not a child that, made fun of anything or I did not laugh at people, but I was just always kind of fascinated by being able to communicate that way. What about you?
I just knew when I was a kid, my granddaddy had a hearing aid. That was my only biggest
But was
experience.
but he could hear with the aid.
Yes, but I learned as I got older, they told me that he really read lips for
Gotcha.
the most part. So he knew how to read lips. And then, sometimes when you know that, you self-consciously like be trying to talk louder or enunciate what you're saying so that he understands what what I'm saying. I was doing that. And
Yeah. I think and thinking about this day, I get really aggravated when we have seen on the news lately where people are paid to be on television and doing sign language and they're doing nothing. I think that is like one of the most disrespectful things.
You mean like they're not signing?
They're signing, but I think there's been a couple cases lately over the past couple years where people are signing, but they're like, it's nothing. It's like speaking gibberish, literally.
Oh.
So they're making signs with their hands, but they are not saying anything. So those people that are communicating with the person, they're like, no, they're not saying anything. So, I mean, I can't believe that people would do something like that. But yeah, one of the more disrespectful things that I've seen or heard of
Okay.
today is
World Wildlife Day.
yes.
So I look at that as let's live in a wild life, right? But it
No.
actually is a day to remind us of our responsibilities to our world and the life forms that we share it with. The world is so full of amazing creatures from every possible medium, from the birds of the air to the majestic whales of the sea, and wildlife abounds in the most unusual and unexpected places.
Now, I can't say that I'm a huge fan of wildlife, but
what about having a wildlife?
now you know I know. Too
We
tired
all
to
been
have a
there too.
wildlife.
We're going to talk about that later.
But I mean, I don't even know. Like,
Happy World Wildlife Day to people who in the zoos and wherever you're dealing with
yes,
wildlife.
yes.
Happy World
There are
Wildlife
some
Day
people
to you all
that deal with
that love
wildlife.
that. Yes.
Today is National Canadian Bacon Day. There are different kinds of bacon to enjoy in different capacities, and I am a bacon lover. And one of them is Canadian bacon, as we know it in the United States. And many people think that Canadian bacon is just ham, which I always thought as a kid, more so than actual bacon, just because of the way that it looks.
Which is why I've never had it before.
Really?
Never had Canadian bacon.
Why?
Because
Because
I
it
look
looks
at
like
it
ham?
like, yes, how is that bacon?
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, I looked at it like, how is that bacon? I didn't have a desire to taste it ever.
Well, that's why I wanted to taste it because it looked like ham. So, I mean, hey, happy National Canadian Bacon Day to everyone.
Speaking in that same vein, it's National Cold Cuts Day.
Yes.
National Cold Cuts Day is all about celebrating all the tasty meats that are somehow even tastier when served up in slices. Who's the judge of that? But if you like cold cuts, today have you a bologna sandwich or a salami sandwich.
I love a good bologna sandwich.
Did you ever fry your bologna?
Of course, yes. And you have to poke the bubble that formed in the middle.
Poke the bubble.
I
like the bubble.
But I wanted the entire piece of bologna to get cooked and not just the perimeter of it.
Oh, see, I like that because then I like the little burn, little part
Right
on the bottom that was
on the edge.
Yeah,
I wanted to cook the entire slice, so I would poke the middle. I would
I don't know nothing about that because
so that it would get flat again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I flattened it on my bread. I tried to give that to my kids at a time, and they wasn't thrilled by it.
I don't think my kid. Well, one of my kids. I can't remember if it was my. I think it was my oldest who would eat bologna, but I don't think the other two would. But I love bologna with some Miracle Whip.
Nah, I used to, but
and some cheese.
Nah, cold cuts, processed meat.
Well, again, a no judgment
you
zone.
You eat bacon?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
But you can't judge me for it.
I didn't. I'm just saying for better health.
You're judging me.
Okay, my bad. I'm not judging you, but okay. Go ahead and eat your cold cuts. Go ahead and make a whole dinner for your family today and celebrate Cold Cuts Day.
No, they wouldn't appreciate
Jesus
that.
Are celebrating
but we do have some good ham in the refrigerator that I'm going to eat. So it is also National I Want You to Be Happy Day.
Woohoo!
All right. So let's enjoy the joy of bringing joy.
Okay, let's do that.
Enjoy the joy of bringing joy to everyone on this day. There is a certain satisfaction in knowing that you have made someone smile. Right? You get that satisfaction when you know you've made someone smile?
Yes, I absolutely do.
Mhm.
So it's National I
Yes.
Want You to Be Happy Day.
Yes. And I
So let's
mean
all be
making
happy.
making someone smile can be as simple as a kind word or just a small gesture of kindness. Let's be sure to spread happiness, not just today, but
Every
every day.
day.
All right.
It's also
We had a little
National
controversy with this one.
33 Flavors Day. Now, that's celebrated today, March 3rd, every year. Though the reason for this particular date is not known, many believe that it's when the famous Baskin Robbins ice cream company was founded.
Mm.
Whether that is true or not, people love to celebrate this day as they try out new flavors that they have not tried before. Now, my question is, why would it be 33 Flavors Day when Baskin Robbins is 31 flavors? She
Yeah.
thinks it's 33 flavors.
I thought it was 33
31
flavors.
flavors, right, people?
Y'all comment, please.
It's 31 flavors.
Oh, we don't need y'all to comment. That's what you're saying.
I mean, they can, but I'm just saying, I know this because I used to go there for the ice cream. Now, 33 flavors.
Where did 33 flavor? Why is it National 33 Flavors Day
Because they
then?
probably discovered 2 more flavors after they trademarked the 31. I don't know. Somebody tell me what they know, but Baskin Robbins has always been 31 flavors. I'm not sure how she missed that, but I'm not judging her, right? I'm not
Nope.
judging. I'm just saying
You can't
I've
do it.
always known it to be 31
I remember
flavors.
it being 31 flavors, but then when I looked up the days and saw that it was National 33 Flavors Day, I'm like, oh, okay.
They
2 more flavors got added.
They dropped that from their title too. When you look it up, it doesn't have 31 flavors on because it actually used to be 31 flavors.
Right.
Then they switched it to Baskin Robbins. I don't know why, but y'all want to figure that part out. Do y'all research?
You know what? There's a show that I watch, and if my husband's watching, he knows. There's a show that I watch, and I might just watch it just to figure that out.
Go ahead, girl.
All right. It is Caregiver Appreciation Day. Awesome. Caregiver Appreciation Day is observed on March 3rd every year because this day aims to honor, appreciate, and thank the selfless caregivers who give their time and effort to care for those in need. So we know caregivers to be the people who work with those that are living with disabilities, illnesses, and maybe taking care of the elderly. So anyone that you know who is a caregiver, please, please, please show that person some appreciation. If you didn't know that this day was the day to do that, then find one day this week to maybe have them some flowers sent or an edible arrangement, get them a card, do something nice to show. Why you laugh?
Because when you said edible, my head just went to a different way. But anyway, I'm going to shout out to my mother, who probably is tuning in or will be tuning in, who's taking care of my dad. He is home from the rehab. He got the cast off his legs.
Congratulations.
And she's stressing out taking care of him because he can't move, because he still can't stand up and can't walk because he popped both his knees. But shout out to my mother and my aunt last year. We lost my grandmother, but they were taking care of my grandmother tirelessly. And anyone else who's out there caring for someone. I've also been a caregiver, and it's not easy sometimes because the caree, what do you call that person?
Yeah.
Ain't always the nicest to you.
Yeah. And I think there's some young lady that I follow on social media, and they're kind of chronicling their grandmother's bout with what is it? Alzheimer's. I think she has Alzheimer's or dementia, one of the two. And some of the videos are really funny because grandma has her wits about her and she's saying some really funny things. And then other videos are not so funny because you can tell that she's going through. And there are times where, she can be pretty mean to the people that are taking care of her. But shout out to all the caregivers out there today. It is your day.
Okay. This one is good. I need this day every day. It is Simplify Your Life Day.
Oh, nice.
It's observed annually on March 3rd. We need to make a calendar and put these days on here so we can remember.
There probably already one exists. We just
I'm
don't
saying
know
on our calendar so we could just know, like a calendar.
Okay.
So this day gives us room to declutter and save some time and money while we're at it. And it was created by professional organizer and ex-Air Force officer Carmen Coker to provide easy tips and tricks that allow us to give room for a simpler life. On the third day of the third month, you can choose 3 ways to make your life simple and calm the chaos. What would you do on this day, Miss Jayda, to calm the chaos in your life?
Well, I was trying. I was home today trying to calm some of the chaos and just throw some things away. So that's definitely one way that I would make my life a little more simple, is just like getting rid of the things that I just do not need. And I'm
Was that easy for
discovering
you?
it gave me a little anxiety because I'm probably a hoarder on the very low end of the scale, and I did not steal it. I inherited it. I won't say who from. But so instead of me looking at every single item and trying to decide if it's something I should keep, I just have to let it go.
Whew. So my
Yes.
goal tomorrow, since we have the day off, is to go to my large storage
Oh,
and do that, because I had to go to my storage yesterday and I just shook my head like, Lord, take the wheel. Like, what am I going to do? But I need to go through there. So that's probably what I'll do tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm going to try. But it's so much stuff in there. I have a whole house in that storage and
yeah.
so many things that I probably won't use, but I don't like throwing stuff away if I know that somebody can use it.
But see, here's the thing though about that. You can't hold on to things. And I know that one person's trash could be another person's treasure. I understand that. But as opposed to me trying to figure out who could possibly use something that I no longer need or want, I mean, you could give to the Salvation Army or donate to Goodwill. I did drop a box off at Goodwill last Sunday. I think that that's easier than trying to figure out who needs it, because you don't know who needs it.
Because I got like brand new floor tile in there that I never used. I
Yeah,
bought
you
it
just donate that
before
stuff.
that place went out. Well, I didn't even think that you could send floor tile to Goodwill or
You
something.
can
But
donate
I
anything.
thought that I would have a place to possibly utilize it right now. But
Mhm.
hopefully when I do move, I don't need to be putting no floor tile down. But I have stuff like that. My exercise equipment. I have like 4 printers, and my daughter upset because I forced her to save the kids' toys when we moved. And every time I open the storage, the box falls on my head
Oh
because
my
we don't
gosh.
need it. And she's just like, I just feel like we went through heck in high water to go get these. My youngest granddaughter Zoe used to love baby alive. She literally had 27 baby alive.
Oh my
So we used to,
gosh.
every time we see one or we going far out to get a baby alive, we went through all of that and we're gonna give them away. I mean, or throw them away. She was trying to throw them in the garbage. Like,
I mean, I would definitely donate those things, and especially if they're still in good condition. Yes. You
yeah, because she
know,
hardly played with
with
them.
the idea of Toy Story, you box up the toys and you donate them to a daycare center, or
Daycare
you know,
centers
you
can't really take that stuff no more. They have to have certain guidelines. But yeah, you're
well,
right. I
you
mean, because
donate to
she don't
Goodwill.
even want the toys, and the kids probably ain't even concerned about them. And it's me trying to be sentimental, and that's the
Yeah,
issue.
no.
So yeah.
Yep. Gotta what did we say? We have to calm the chaos.
Yes.
All right. This week, everyone, get ready. This week is Words Matter Week. Marchanne, it is Words Matter Week. No judgment there.
Oh,
Words Matter
yeah.
Week is here to act as a reminder of how important it is to use your words wisely. Choose your words wisely every single day. In doing that, the hope is that people will take their word choices seriously and consider more carefully the words that they use, because words matter.
So why I get a shout out on that?
Because
People that know me know sometimes I have no filter. I
mhm,
do. Sometimes I do not have a
and you
filter.
say words that you should not say.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh.
I heard
Yeah.
you say something.
Yeah, lately stress will do that to you, but I will
Mhm.
be mindful this week. So what's the last day of this week? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes.
The 10th Sunday is my brother's birthday. So
Yes, be
by
mindful
the
of the
10th,
words that you
I'm gonna
use.
try to be mindful every time I get ready to.
Yeah. And listen, it's not just about the words that you use towards other people, but the
Right.
words that you use towards yourself too. I mean, we can be a little self-sabotaging sometimes with our words. So we have to be mindful. Just use this week to be more mindful of that.
You is pretty. You is kind.
You is smart.
You is smart.
So let's be more positive with our words.
Sure thing. It's also National School Social Workers Week.
Yay for
It's
the
an
school social workers.
opportunity to learn about the unique contribution of school social workers within the U.S. school systems.
Mhm.
National School Social Work Week highlights the impact school social workers can have in helping students achieve success in
So much
school.
impact.
If you are unsure what school social workers do to help their communities out and want an opportunity to give them thanks, then this is the holiday dedicated to that cause. So I can relate to that because I am not legally a school social worker, but I have illegally acted as a school social worker. And I'm not mad about doing that because I love helping youth. But I want to shout out to my social workers. They don't even see my page, but Tiana Watt, Ruben Gomez, Charlotte Grady, those are social workers that I know. I think my girl Audrey, she used to be a social worker, so just shouting out to those school social workers. She has a
Absolutely.
private practice now, but your work does not go unnoticed, and
It
it
does
is
not.
deep. Like I said,
Yes.
sitting in that seat, these kids are dealing with a lot.
Our school social worker, shout out to our school social worker. Her name is Alyssa Reynolds in my school. I've worked with some amazing social workers in the past that just have gone above and beyond to help children. So, National School Social Work Week. Let's make sure that we acknowledge those people.
Y'all think I should go back and get my master's in social work? I was thinking about it.
Comment.
I was thinking about it. Should I go back
Comment
and
and
get my
let her
master's
know.
in social work? I'm trying to decide.
Comment and
50
let her know.
plus.
So what? Doesn't matter. Comment and let her know if she should go back to school to
Yeah,
get her
let me know
master's
if
in
I should
social
get my
work.
master's in social work.
I think
I might have to help one of your kids.
when I went back and got my master's, my second master's degree, the social work people, they were the largest, rowdiest group. It was the social workers.
Because
So
we're much needed. There was a
yeah,
shortage at a time,
yeah,
and they are much needed. There should be more.
there
Two
should
isn't
be.
enough. Two isn't enough for my school. We got
Yeah,
900
high
some
school.
kids.
Yeah, I can imagine. Shout out to actress Alexis Fields. Now, when I said this, Marchanne was like, "Who is
I was
that?"
gonna say it again. Who is that? So you can say, who
don't
is
do
Alexis
Alexis like
Fields?
Alexis Fields is celebrating a birthday today. She is the younger sister to Kim Fields. Everybody knows Kim Fields,
Oh,
Tootie,
I remember.
and Regine. That's Kim Fields, and she is the daughter to Chip Fields.
Because she played on Living Single before, didn't she?
Who?
She played as somebody's sister on something. I remember
She
her
may
now.
have.
Yeah,
She
I
may
remember.
have. She's
I
done
remember.
a ton of guest appearances on shows, and she had a little stint on when the characters got in college. She did a little. She was the friend on Sister Sister when the twins got older, and she has recently been on All American,
And I
that
stopped watching
CW
All
show.
American. I love All American.
So yeah, I mean she stayed busy and employed over the years, and I think she's a pretty good actress. She does look a lot like her sister, though.
Yeah,
I will
she do.
definitely say that. I would love to see them in something together, and they probably have done something together, and I just haven't seen it. All right. March is National Women's History Month. Let's make sure that we celebrate the women that have impacted this country, the women that are impacting this country, and the women that are going to impact this world. So let's make sure that we celebrate National Women's History Month. March is also Endometriosis Awareness Month. Endometriosis Awareness Month. A lot of females, some males know exactly what that is National Kidney Month and National Nutrition Month.
When you were going so fast, I was gonna say celebrate us. We doing something with Women's
Absolutely
History,
celebrate
so
us.
celebrate us. We got to celebrate each other too.
Absolutely. We're gonna do some work in PBW. We are, what is the word that you used for what we are doing in Phenomenal Black Woman? We are what? I said
Oh, relaunching.
relaunching.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're going
because
to
I said
relaunch
revamping,
Phenomenal
and she was
Black
like, no.
Woman. We need a relaunch. We're
Yeah.
going to relaunch.
So, and what greater month to do it in? So,
Absolutely.
be on the lookout. This is Let's Get Chatty with Jayda and Marchanne on Intellectual Radio. Please comment, call in. You can call us at 708-223-8953. Call in, add to the conversation. We always want to hear what you have to say. Or you can comment if you are watching us on social media. All right, let's talk about some products that are being sold by Superfit Health and Wellness, one of our amazing sponsors. We have some of the products here, and I purchased some of these products, so I'm excited to hear about them. Tell us what's happening.
Yes, I had my first ever Super Fit Fest on yesterday. And if you missed it, you missed a great time to work out.
It was fun.
We did not work out 4 whole hours, meaning 60 times 4, 200 hours. It's not 4, it's 24. 240 minutes. But we did work out at least good 3 hours. And it was so much fun. It was so exciting. I had my coach Sheila Bass J come in from California to grace the ladies with our presence and help talk about my products. I have this candy cleanse here. It's a 2-day cleanse that you can purchase to help you get your life together.
And that's what I purchased. I purchased that.
And this is down because I drank my first half this morning, and I will be expecting some fun things happening later. And we also have this in stock. So if you want to get it, I have a week supply. I have a day supply if you want to try it. I have a smaller bottle of samples that you can try if you want to just try it and taste it. But how did it taste to you?
I didn't taste it yet.
Okay, it tasted.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do the before you go to bed.
She gave everybody the cup to take out the cup. You ain't tasted it? Okay, I didn't either. She ran out. And then I have our other newest product for those who are in the fitness industry. Instead of buying those Monster drinks and the Red Bull, we have this Blue Magic, and it actually works magic.
That name is so scary.
Blue Magic. Well, it's all natural. It's all natural.
That was the name from American Gangster. That's what the heroin was called.
Well, see, I don't know that. Talk to Total Life Changes. But
I was like, wait a minute now.
Yeah, it's not that. It is a sort of like a pre-workout to give you energy before you get your workout on. It doesn't have any.
What if you're not going to be working out?
Well, I'm going to take it for energy anyway, because I take my NRG pill, and I'm glad she told me I can't take this with my NRG pill.
Oh, yeah, you be bouncing off the wall.
But I need to be bouncing off the wall. I have a higher tolerance. You actually do, because
I don't.
You always tired. That's why I said we're gonna talk later about you being tired all the time.
But I don't want to be
too
bouncing.
Young to be tired.
I don't want to be bouncing.
Well, I probably won't be bouncing, but I'm always bouncing, and I don't have nothing.
And then with my insomnia, child, please, I need to be able to fall asleep.
Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you would like any of those products, and I left my books, I got a whole case of books that came in, my Superfit workout journal. I have a 15-day challenge coming up soon.
I'm excited about
this challenge
that too.
We're going to stick to. We're going to do it. I got to order the stuff, but I'm going to put it all out. I'm going to work on it this week, and I got to choose a day because I'm thinking, because it has to be ordered because I don't have those in stock. So I'm going to probably start the end of March, beginning of April, but it's going to be a 15-day challenge, and I'm going to have it all ready for y'all, and we're going to do it for real this time. But y'all got to respond. That's why I keep getting put up, because y'all not responding. I don't want just me and Jayda doing it, you feel me? Even though that's cool because we can do our thing when we do our thing, but I need you guys to want to participate. Y'all ready? It's going to be summer outside, and y'all don't want to be out there with y'all gut hanging all over y'all bikinis and fat back hanging out and all of that, the dudes and all of that. So I'm trying to
fat back.
Yes, I'm trying to help y'all get y'all life because I'm working it out, trying to get it together. So if you want your candy cleanse, holla at me. If you need your Blue Magic, I keep saying Jet Blue. Blue
That's an
Magic.
airline, isn't it?
Yeah, Blue
Okay.
Magic and NRG, and I got all other kind of stuff. So
Yes, good stuff
check
though.
me out. Check me out. Check
I
me
made
out.
my purchase yesterday, and I will be drinking tonight. I'll be drinking the candy
Congratulations.
cleanse.
I'm
Whew.
thinking about drinking the whole thing.
What? See what I'm saying? She always goes against
I'm an
the
overachiever. Like
grain.
I be wanting it to happen. I be doing whatever
Just,
whatever can
just trust
happen.
the process.
Getting all this
Dang.
fat out, this extra.
Trust the process. Why don't you?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get chatty with this mental health and emotional well-being this week. The topic that we want to discuss briefly, but a little in depth, is mental health in the Black community, within the Black community. And we have touched on this before, but I wanted to get kind of into this again just so that we can let you all know some things and share some things with you and hopefully cause you to think a little bit more about the importance of mental health.
Or share it with someone that you know might need to benefit from.
And you know
this.
someone. You know someone. So what we are talking about is how mental health is really taboo within our culture, within the Black community, within the African American culture. Black people, and I say that with the way I say it because I love being Black. I love everything about being Black. So when I say Black people, I'm talking about me and mines. Black people, although we are probably arguably the most traumatized, right, race of people, we're just now starting to understand the importance of paying attention to our own mental health and being emotionally intelligent. So while we may be getting there, we're slowly getting there. We still have some traction to make because one of the statistics that I found was that 25% of Black people seek mental health treatment in comparison to 40% of white people. So my question was then, why are Black people still not getting help?
Pride. They feel like
Good old pride.
nothing's wrong with me.
But they know
Denial.
something's wrong.
Denial. I know a lot of people who are in denial. Why am I going to talk to somebody that I don't know about my problems? For me, that's the best person to talk to because they can't judge you. They can't, talk about your situation any deeper than they know because they're going to only know what you tell them. So to me, that's the best person to talk to, someone that does not know you so they can analyze what you put on the table and help you to figure it out. And the last thing that I would say, like me and my girl was talking about this morning, people say, in our community, we got God. Of course, we always have God. We always have God. She said fear of being judged. Yes, fear of being judged.
That fear of being judged. Judged by who? Who is that said that?
Dawn.
Who's judging you?
Other people.
Like
she can respond.
Like
other people.
Yeah, I
people
want her to respond.
Like if you at work saying, I went to go see a therapist, and they be like, "Oh, she crazy." And you can call in if you want 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953 if you like, or respond on the Facebook. But yeah, so people feel like people judging them.
Okay. That would mean people have to know that you have sought out help.
Family and friends,
or coworkers. I get it. Okay. So and again, that was an answer to the question. The question is, why are Black people still not getting help? Yes, I believe.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Let's Get Chatty with Marchanne and Jayda.
What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Dawn Ford, ladies.
Hey. Dawn.
You said your whole government name, but hey.
That's all right. That's all right.
So you all know that this is a topic that I have been dealing with heavy.
Okay.
So I just wanted to chime in as far as why people don't. From a lot of people don't do it for fear of being judged from other people. That's a big thing in our community. Think back to, when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be the best of everything. You had to wear the better shoes. You had to dress the best. So for our community, we had to be the best at everything. So when I say fear of being judged, it's a really blanket statement. So it's a fear of being judged for feeling like you are a failure for seeking help.
So the criticism, right? The criticism
exactly.
Okay. And I totally understand the answer. I think I just wanted you to expound on it a little bit because yes, it's our family. It's the people who should actually be supporting the choice that we've made to get help.
Because they probably the people that put us in there.
But yet,
or sent us in that state.
But yet these are the people that we like you say fear the judgment from.
Yes.
And also too, like when we mention things that are challenging to us, people have a tendency to put their feelings into it, which really invalidates the person that's actually struggling with the issue. So when I say, let's say, I'll use me as an example. If I say that I'm struggling with something, somebody on the outside looking in may say, well, she got a nice job, she got a nice husband, she got a nice house, she got a car. But if I'm telling you that I'm struggling with something, you literally just invalidated what I feel, which now makes me even more digress and go into hiding because now you're making me feel like what I'm feeling is wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
I totally agree because it's a matter of people looking, like you said, people looking from the outside. So it's like you're peeking into my window, but you're only seeing a fraction.
Or what I'm letting you see.
Exactly.
Because what I'm letting you see may not necessarily be what I'm actually feeling.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Because you start to come up with these coping mechanisms. You start to mask. You start to do a lot of different things. Whereas people who know you but may not know you will say, like you said earlier, Dawn, well, you have everything. What are you sad about? What are you depressed about? Why are you struggling? Because you have all the things.
And just like Biggie said, more money, more problems, right? The more money you have, the more problems you have. We think money will solve the problems.
Yeah,
but when you have money, then you still have other problems that you're dealing with. It's just not the same problems that someone without that money would deal with, but it's still gonna always be problems.
Money is never the answer. I mean, we've learned that money is the root of all evil anyway. So money is not the answer. And I think what a lot of people struggle with understanding is that I think we as Black people have always struggled with our mental health because of the things that we have gone through as a people. Right? The struggle that we've had as a race of people. So then on top of that overall struggle, add in what our personal families have gone through. Right? So now we're dealing with the struggle of a race, the struggle of a family, generations of people, and then we're dealing with the everyday struggles of our own personal lives.
Yep. All of those things tie into it in a whole. And another thing I wanted to add to that as far as why a lot of people feel like a lot of people don't have time to tend to you. Like as a culture, we have to work, right? So if I'm calling you and I'm struggling with something and I need to talk, most people have this attitude like, okay, I need you to hurry up, get it together and get better because I don't have
time. Right. I ain't got time to listen to you every day.
So it's like, it's hard for people because I
It
get it.
is.
We all have lives and things that we have to do. But ultimately, there are people out there that are struggling that need that. They need that support system. They need that safe space to be able to talk to people. But all of these other things, whether it be kids, whether it be work, whether it be you being a wife or being a husband, all of these things take from your time and attention. So a lot of us really don't have time when we should. So it's all about leading a balanced life as well, so that people that are in need of help, we are not so overwhelmed to where we can't extend ourselves to those people.
Yes. And I think that, that all ties into, I think, all of us needing some type of therapy, all of us needing some type of outlet so that we can get all the things that are in our heads and in our spirits out.
Yep.
You have to release them, whether it be going out having drinks with friends or just having that nice conversation, whether it be having that trusted person in your life, your spouse, your best friend, your mom, whomever, someone that you can just kind of vent to and just get it out. Because I think the biggest problem is that we keep so many things inside.
Yeah, we suffer in silence.
Absolutely, we do. And
Yep.
we have to stop doing that. So we appreciate you calling in,
We really
Don.
do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Maybe you can come on the show one day and we can really dig deep into this
Girl,
topic.
she doing her
That's
research
the
right
plan.
now. We
Yes.
already talked about it.
All
She
right.
coming. She
Yep.
coming. She
Yep.
coming.
I'm
Well,
happy
thank
about
you so
that.
much
Thank
for
you, Dawn.
tuning in.
Okay.
All
Thanks,
right.
ladies.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for Dawn
And
calling
even saying
in.
that, like, you have to, like, when you're actually going through, just like in me and your situation, right? When I was going through a really, really trying time, and then you was like, well, why didn't you call? I'm like, okay, girl, you got a whole husband and you got kids and you got a life. And people, sometimes hold off from contacting people because they don't want to burden them when you feel like you might have told me, share me, you was having a rough day. I'm like, okay, I'm not finna dump my stuff on top of her stuff.
Yeah.
So people, and then these days you have to watch who it is that you're talking to.
Absolutely.
Because people sometimes, ask you for information so that they can talk about you or make you feel bad about it. So you really have to discern who it is that you share with. But I was just saying, a lot of times we hold it in, or people hold back because they don't want to burden other people with their problems. So it's just, you know what I'm saying?
And it has to, and that's where the trust has to come in. And we talk to the students about having a trusted adult in your life that you can talk to and share things with, but just a trusted person, period. Like somebody that will sometimes, and sometimes you want that person to just listen. Sometimes you want some advice. Sometimes
you have to put that disclaimer. Look,
right,
because I have to ask. So do you want me to listen or do you want me to give advice? Like what you want me to do?
And that's fine to do.
I'm always trying to save everybody, and I'm like, okay, if you just need an ear, I'm here.
Exactly. And so I think that we have to start opening up those conversations as a race of people, as Black people. We have to start making each other feel comfortable enough to say, I can cry right now. I can say something other people would judge me for saying. I can do all those things because I trust these individuals to just know that I'm going through something and I need a little something. So, yes, we have to make sure that we also, as we are talking about mental health in the Black community and why Black people are still not getting help, even though we know nowadays. Shawana Gibson wants to know the number to call. Shawana, the number to call is 708-223-8953.
And believe it or not, it's a lot of people. I know a group of people that still feel like they have, I'm going to call it pride, that they just don't feel like they need help. And I don't want to see people, feel like they are okay when they're not okay. Like if we clearly telling you, you're not okay. You're not okay. You're not okay. And yeah, she put it in the chat.
I did.
No, I said, that's why I was saying she put it in the chat.
Oh yeah, I put it in there, Shawana. I put it in there.
Yeah, so it's still so many people who just have that pride and feel like they good, or I'm gonna die this way. And
Yeah.
it's just like,
Or
that's not okay.
this just how it is. This is just how life is, or this is what this is just how my family do it, or just making these general things or excuses for why you as an individual are not getting the help that you need to get. So I think we do have another caller coming in, but we also
People are opening up in a way that they
turn. Can you okay? Turn your radio down for us a little bit, or turn whatever you watching.
Have you ever experienced some type?
Hello?
Hello. Y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you so much for calling. Let's get chatty with Jayda and Marchanne. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Shawana.
Hey, Shawana.
Calling from Elgin, Illinois, baby. Dad.
All right, all right.
but a Maywood all the way.
All the way.
Maywood.
Yes.
Proviso East all the way.
What's up, Shawana? What you want to share with us today?
Hey, I work in been in mental health for 10 years.
Okay.
And I'm in the heart of it out here in Elgin.
Okay.
And African Americans are a little bit more tuned in now to it, because back in the day, I'm a 70s, 80s baby. Mm-hmm. So you didn't talk about that, Mm-hmm. You were like, what's going on with such and such? Oh, such and such had to fit. Stay away from him or her, whatever. Right, yeah. But it's so much going on in the world now that people, black people, are really a little bit. They come around a little bit, but it still is a stigma with us. Something wrong with her. She go or him or her. They got to go get therapy, or it's nothing wrong with therapy. It's even sometimes they have therapy just to have a conversation without no judgment. Mm-hmm. That's okay too. So it's nothing wrong with that, but we still have that stigma that we, especially Generation X, that's how we was raised.
Yeah, and
now the younger generation has you see a little bit more ADHD going around. You got this going around. So I've dealt with depopulation and mental health. So I've done it for a very long time, and I see it. And
so you do see within your work, you are seeing more Black people come around.
A little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah,
and that's more. Good news. I'm glad to hear that.
A little bit more so towards this way.
But are they younger Black people or people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're younger.
I think it's important. I think it's important to note that.
Yes. Yeah. The ones that do get out here are that's older, really severe, but really need the help. But really they still shame. And like on certain days when I go to the main building, I have to because I go to church, I've been out here for a long time. So some people from different areas see me, or different churches, whatever, see me, and I'll be like, oh, it's fine. I can't say nothing, it's confidentiality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the stigma of it, it's like, okay, but there's nothing wrong with that. And also too, with us, we have to get out of, I can do it by myself. No, ain't nothing wrong with Jesus. I love God. But you got to get your body in order to hear God. You know what I'm saying? Your physical man got to be in order for you to hear what God's saying. Because if your mind ain't right, or even if you're not feeling well, you can't hear nothing. You can't concentrate on nothing. Yes. So that's
we talked about that earlier today when we were preparing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm late.
No. When we were preparing, so we didn't talk about it on the show, but when we were preparing the information, we talked about that, and just we wanted to make sure we put the disclaimer out that we weren't saying don't rely on God or your faith or your spirituality to help you through things. But I believe that in order for you to meet God halfway, because miracles happen, but they don't happen in the time frame that we expect them to. Sometimes they don't happen when and where we would like them to sometimes. So I believe what you're saying, and I'm agreeing with you in that we have to be mentally able to hear God.
Exactly.
Because God will speak to us. God will move through other people to us. You know,
Oh yeah.
God has angels of protection all around us. But
Amen.
if we are not mentally stable, then we won't be able to recognize those spiritual things that are happening and
That's it.
acknowledge them
Exactly.
as such. So
That's it.
I
That's
totally agree with
true.
your point. Thank you so much for calling
Thank
us.
you
We
for calling,
appreciate you.
Sharonda.
Yes, no problem, ladies. I had to jump on that. I had to jump on that topic.
We appreciate it. Thank
Okay,
you,
have a good
girl.
evening.
No problem, ladies. Have a great one.
You
All right,
too.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So listen, we have touched on something that many people have opinions about, some people know about, but I wanted to make sure that we also point out that one of the reasons could be that Black people are not getting the help that they need is just the unequal access to adequate health care that's out there. So we're not going to put it all on us as a people, but some of these systems that we have to work within, I believe, and I taught my own 3 children, that no system was ever designed for Black people.
Right.
No system. So we have to make sure that we understand that when we are entering these systems for help, that we are very much demanding that help and being able to stand on our own when it comes to getting what we need from people. Because when members of the Black community may go to seek out mental health care, they may not know where to go or who to go seek it out from. And then when you do find certain people, there may be a lack of sensitivity for the culture by whomever that healthcare professional might be. So we just have to make sure that we're mindful of all of the factors that play into what's going on. So we have really been getting into this topic of mental health within the Black community and just what we need to do. So we are going to continue this discussion. We are going to continue this discussion with what we can do as Black people to help dispel some of these myths and move forward so we can address this trauma that we have, these generational curses that we have, and we can start to heal.
And just bringing awareness. That's why we speak about mental health every single week. We celebrate Mental Health Awareness Month, Mental Health Month, but we decided that because it's such a secret society, I would say, amongst our culture, that we want to just bring awareness and just let people know that it's okay for one to not be okay. And it's also okay to get help and to say that you need help, because we are not all perfect. And if you have, an issue, or she forgot to say some areas don't have the resources, especially in African American. Yeah, we spoke about that too. And there's inadequate health care in a lot of our communities. But we just want to continue to just bring the awareness, because there's so many people who are suffering in silence, and there's so many people that are suffering loudly, that are doing things and they don't even realize that they are suffering and they need help, So we just want to let you guys know that we're just going to continue to keep this conversation going.
Absolutely.
And we're going to move along to our next segment.
Oh yeah. This
Love and relationships.
Slowly becoming one of my favorites. So listen, we introduced this segment about 2 weeks ago, and this is
the third week.
Okay, so about 3 weeks ago, this is what we like to call chat mail. Chat mail is it's the part of the show where we share a letter or an email from a listener that has shared with us, and we read it to get your take on the topic of the letter. So last week we helped out good guy looking for a good girl, and he had an inability. He was going through a time where he couldn't find a sensitive and romantic woman. He was just wondering, are there any more romantic women out there? And we told him, yes, there are. And so this week we have a new letter. And Marchanne, you want to read it?
Sure. Dear Jayda and Marchanne, I am a 45-year-old man, and I think I have been destroyed by the women I have dated. My whole life, I have been taught to treat women right, like I would my mother. Recently, my lady, he kind of old, 45, okay. My lady decided to leave me because she told me I was too damaged to have a relationship. And maybe I am. Other girlfriends have cheated on me and left me brokenhearted. Somewhere along the way, I told myself I wasn't getting hurt anymore. So with this last female, I stayed on her, making sure she wasn't doing anything that would lead to cheating on me. She said I was too insecure for her and she eventually wanted to break up. I guess I want to know, how do I get over the hurt the other women cause so that I can be with another woman?
Oh my goodness. Listen. And this is
Sincerely damaged.
Okay, damaged. Listen. And I don't like this for you, damaged, because you sound like a really nice guy. I don't know you. You sound like a nice guy. You sound like you have the foundation for what it takes to have a good relationship. Just seems like your girlfriend radar has been off a little bit.
Is he owning the damage, or because he said sincerely damaged? So she said you was damaged, but are you owning that you're damaged?
That's a good question.
Just because somebody called me
That's a very
damaged
good-
don't mean I'm
and
damaged.
maybe he's now contemplating whether or not that's the case. Maybe he's at the point where he doesn't realize it or he doesn't know. So
yeah,
he's
but you
just
still don't own it because you're saying, are we watching our words
so
this
he's
week?
yes, we are.
Well, he didn't know that, but this is Watch Your Words week.
So he's saying, I think I have been destroyed by the women I have dated. That when I read that sentence, it lets me know that you have to be more mindful. Maybe you have to start with just, and I hate lists, but I'm not saying a list of what you want your woman to be like or anything like that, but just making a list of the qualities that you would like in a mate.
But he asking how to get over the hurt the other women caused. So is he talking about the other women? Oh, the other women caused so that he wouldn't be damaged for the next one like he was for her.
Yeah. So how does he get over it? I think starting with understanding the type of woman that he wants in his life, because clearly he hasn't been picking the right type of women.
True.
So,
but he can also be bleeding on on the new women. My last girlfriend did this. So my you know what I'm saying?
Right, and we don't know that
people
part.
bring their prior relationships.
Well, that's what he's doing too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only imagine he's doing that too.
Take a chill, bro. Go get your mental health checked out. That's my advice.
Oh, okay. All right. And I say you just figure out the qualities in the woman that you want. We'll revisit.
He needs to fix himself. He needs to see what's wrong with him.
Does.
So we can't really help him. So
we can help him, but we just don't have a whole lot of time. We're gonna get into our motivational quotes for the week. I did just want to
guess what? We'll put it on the Facebook page.
Okay.
Log on to our Facebook page.
Yep.
Let's get chatty. We're gonna put it on there.
And we can have a whole discussion about damage.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. So let's get into our quotes for the week before we close this episode out. Marchanne, what's your quote?
Okay, my quote is in honor of Women's History Month.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. Being powerful is like being a woman. If you have to tell people that you are, then you aren't.
Oh, I really, really like that.
That means walk in your power. You don't have to walk around telling people how powerful
close
you
your
are.
Mouth sometimes.
So if you are and it's not for women, because it's like being a woman. And women, we are very powerful. But if you have to walk around telling people how bad you are, how powerful you are, then really you're not, because they will see it in your everyday.
And they'll know it when you walk in the room.
Absolutely. And that was my quote for today.
I love it. My quote for this week is, one reason people resist change is because they focus on what they have to give up instead of what they have to gain.
I talked about that quote before too. I love it too.
Yes, because we know that change is scary because it's different and it kind of forces us to look at the unknown. But most of the time that we have to deal with change, we're thinking about the subtraction of it,
right? The negativity,
right, as opposed to the addition. So any change that you have to deal with this week, it is my advice to you to look at the blessings that the change could possibly bring you, as opposed to the disappointment.
So, well, that's a change that's forced, right? Because if you decide to change, you looking at the positive, correct?
Hopefully,
just being clear for those who might be on the slow bus.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Watch my words.
See. Gosh, She fell off with that. All right. So thank you so much for joining us on Let's Get Chatty with Jayda and Marchanne. Join us every Sunday live at 5 here on Intellectual Radio. Be sure to catch the replay. Until next time. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Cotty. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Cotty. Lose all gas, no brakes, and I can't lose whole time.